Let's play! Whoa! Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more of the stream of Slay the Princess. What an ending that was, you know. We got our first, well, unless you exclude the good ending we got at the very beginning of the game, but we got the Slay the Princess ending. And, yeah, it was something. And now we're just kind of taking things, we're going to take the more diplomatic route. But before doing so, I quick saved before we, taking the final blade and I'm going to see what's going to happen. And then we'll take things from there. Let me just catch up with chat really quick. I will say my information on this game is very incomplete and also half remembered, but hot damn does this game have a truly banger concept when you finally work your way into the root of it all. Like, by this point, it's not a spoiler to say it gets pretty freaking existential. Oh, no, absolutely. It's insane. It's such a cool game. It is a fantastic game. I've heard of it, obviously, when it was first released. I'm like, this seems like it would be up my alley. But I didn't get a chance to play it, and then when the Pristine cut came out, just like a week or two back, the good people at Terminals and the marketing partners and developers are kind enough to provide a key for me to play this game with you all, and I absolutely adore it. Which makes me wonder, I gotta check out the other game that you guys mentioned that they're currently making, was Scarlet Hollow, which I'm sure will be just as great. They have a very high bar.
Those winding.
So, in case if it's anything new, I imagine it's gonna stop if I skip. So, right, case in point. Now, this is one thing I'm not fond of, is if you are skipping and you reach something new, the voice acted part will not actually commence. So that's a little unfortunate part, but here we are. No knife? Even after everything you saw out there and all the lives we've ended together, and you coming right out and saying you'd rather see us dead, you're second-guessing yourself?
We thought we could see everything, but this is outside of the script. Are we missing a page?
Maybe. Guys, I think I'm going to spend the night talking to my friends about the themes because there's so much spoilers in the specific way it speaks to me. Let's go ahead and sit down with them. Oh, there's quite a bit. I never got the chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you at least. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
That's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. A conversation with us then probably wouldn't have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
It does, but maybe I'm just being pessimistic here, but it's like, it's hard for me to accept that. Like, after everything we've gone through, with her and in the game, it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm always thinking there must be some type of ulterior motive, something hidden, that she actually means something. Or, we literally take it at face value. It's so good to finally see you again.
It is, for all of us. We've seen so many threads of stories told between us, but this moment is unexpected. Even when we've seen it all, you still managed to surprise us.
I don't think I want to be a god.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
But that's what you've always been, even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are, and neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, We think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah. We really are the same.
Apparently so. Does the snow resent the warmth of the sun? Does the mountain resent the rain? We are the god of eggs. Justin, you say that, I'll keep thinking about that damn game Animal Well. I don't want to take a look at another damn egg in a game ever again. It was a fun Metroidvania for sure. But dear God, even though I platinumed the game, according to I got all the trophies. Apparently, I barely scratched the surface of. I barely scratched the surface of the secrets that was actually in that game. It's insane. What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
We don't know. We've seen through so many eyes, but all of them have been hers. We like you as you are. We like us as we are. Maybe we would have liked her version of us too, turning the wheel of a cosmic cycle together. But that's not the choice you made, even though she did everything in her power to convince you. It took courage for you to make your way down here, away from the paths others would have had you walk. We find that courage beautiful.
But that's the worst part of us. That's me she's talking about. I think that's the point. There is no worst part of us.
Which princess are you? You look like one you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
It's so tempting to speak as she would, to simply state that we're all of them, but there were also something new. We don't know if you'll find that answer satisfying. Perhaps you'd rather hear that we're the first version of her that you've met, but that we've been shaped by the experiences of all of the others. Yes, that feels right to us.
It's her. It wouldn't make sense if she was anyone else.
So, now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
We're just a stranger. But that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to discover in each other.
That's sweet. But it's also a little sad. I think it's only sad if we want it to be sad.
We are each of us angels and devils to some degrees. Yeah. Well, none of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
Is it unfair if it's our fault?
Was it not? We found you at the end of all things, and you found us. Is that not fair? Would this moment be what it is without the pain that built to it? We know we must sound like her, but it's how we feel. Everything that happened to us seems so important now. We walked a long and winding path together, and we've cherished every second of it.
Besides, I don't think fairness has much to do with anything.
I only wanted to slay the you out there. It's easier to want to kill an abstract concept than it is a person. Even if you say that you're the same.
We don't have many options, though, do we? There are only so many places to go, and you don't have a means to slay us. So, what will we do?
Well, there we are. This conversation here and about identity is one of the ways this game speaks to you in the presence of being a trans person. Just like she is a convergence of every princess you've met, so too am I shades of people my loved ones need. But also shades of yourself. Yeah. And do you know the unfortunate thing about that? People are going to take a look at this and going to say, woke. It's going to be part of... Dear God, I don't know if you guys are aware of that woke game list. Like, oh, don't play this game because... Dave the Diver just made me laugh. They're like, oh, somehow an obese person somehow is a good diver. Oh, and the sushi chef is black. Like, I don't know. To me, it's like, do people want to be miserable? Like, just, it's a game. Play it. Have fun. Or don't. Just don't try making other people miserable. But yeah, this game is definitely something. I've definitely been enjoying it. I think the only thing left for us to do is leave.
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
Oh, take their hand in yours. I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I want to walk through the cabin door as we are, just you and me. Not everything's exactly why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we just don't know what. We don't know this. I want this. It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want. Look, grab her hand. Oh! How adorable. I've always wanted to... Oh, so now we get to say... You know, I like this. It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, I think we've done our job.
Are you two going to be okay alone?
We're not alone. We have each other. And I'm sure we'll find the others.
Let's leave. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. And kind of us too, you know, because of the whole three-head thing. You feel their hand tremble in yours. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this. Yet they still are. And then they cross the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with them.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
Oh! Where the hell did that first option just come from? That might be a little much. But, it just seems like it's out of nowhere. Well.
And we love you too.
Oh, we love each other. Well, remember and what happens next? Whatever it is, we'll face it together. Yay! I'm glad I did. I'm so glad that I did that quick save to see what could have happened there. That was cute. Such a departure from everything we did. Aw, yay. Now kiss. I could be making so many stupid jokes with the whole three-head thing. I'm like, oh, this will be, you know, fun, but... So yeah, okay. That was endearing. So now what, though? Okay. So, with us doing that, I mean, it did open up some new things. Okay. So, let me... Now we do something else. And that's what I wanted to ask you guys. Do I click on new game? Or like, because if I continue, it's gonna take us back to like an autosave or a quick save, right? If I want to go to like the very beginning, it's new game. Okay, thank you guys. Well,
I'm talking about the end of...
So here's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, we want to take the diplomatic route now. So I know there's like a lot of things here we're gonna be saying and doing, but a lot of this is now gonna be skipping because we've seen this. So
She will lie. We're not ignore.
the problem is because it's a new game, it's like it's all gonna be technically new stuff, right? So we're not gonna take the blade. We're just gonna enter the basement. And you know what? Let's just... I think I said hi before. You know, let's just say I'm just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. I am begging you.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Well, hold on. Let's talk a little bit first.
Okay.
So I think we still did a lot of this too. I'd like to think we did.
Oh.
Like she hesitates about like
You can
saying a
address me
name.
as
You can
your
call me a
Royal
princess, royal highness, whatever. I think we did do all this. And we don't want to keep her locked away. Or get the blade. Let's Yeah, you know, I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Yeah, I don't like where her eyes are going.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Get the blade and cut them, the chain? Maybe. We'll see what the game tells us. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still laying around up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Yeah, let's try that.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I gotta try the door at least once.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Well, can't do anything. Let's go back downstairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Okay.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
No, we're gonna save the princess this time. Diplomacy all the way.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp. And it
No,
takes little efforts
don't
to
show
cut through the
that.
bone of her arm.
Ew, no, the freaking stringy flesh.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You know, maybe this is like Resident Evil 7 and 8. You know, we lose a limb, we just gotta spread that healing juice on us and it'll just magically reattach. Let's go back to the door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
See, now, depending on how the hell you played this game, you can clearly see, like, the narrator, the echo, whatever the hell you want to call it, come off as being so antagonistic, and, like, you'll have different opinions of what their true intentions are. And as the name states, like, what they seemingly dictate is what is going to happen, but they're still bound by duty and apparent rules. That's what I'm more curious about. I wonder if we're going to get more of that, but or like understanding of the narrator's role, the echo. We'll see. You got so many hand jokes bubbling inside you. Oh, please, Justin, fire away.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No! Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
All I can tell you right now that there's a reason these guys don't have names. Well, we'll see what's what. Just to make sure there's like nothing else on the bottom, but resist!
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Hands up! Or should you say hand up? No.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
No, hold on, man. You know what? Don't do anything to me.
She plunges it into your chest,
Ow!
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Well, at least she apologized. The bone was meant to be the other hand. Oh, I didn't even realize the emojis there.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Yeah, I like that idea, Peter, where it's like, yeah, they don't have names, they have a purpose, a role, a job, and the narrator's doing that, the role of a narrator. But I'm also thinking, is there anything even beyond that, you know? But I love this.
I'm sorry.
Well, at least she's saying... at least she's saying it when she's stabbing me.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Dang, but we have a new chapter. The Damsel.
You're on a path. You're here to slay.
See if any of these changed. I don't think so. Let's just continue to the cabin. He's gonna warn us.
She will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Oh, I don't think we actually gotten the smitten from the very beginning, so this is gonna be fun.
Excuse me?
Forget he said anything.
But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Notice, still hadn't said anything with the windows this time, now that we're actually paying attention.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
And I think we can just go bypass the whole mirror thing, because I don't think there's any point. Let's go ahead and enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
He did it the same way that, if you guys are familiar with that commercial for, oh my god, like those contacts you can order, like, my brand! It sounded like her voice.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember,
that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Hey there, Zagor. Right now we are doing on Damsel. So we got the Slay the Princess ending, which like all like awesomeness, weirdness was happening, and I guess we became God or a god. And then I quickly did a quick save, like instead of actually killing her, we said we love each other and we just left the cabin. So, but now I'm trying to go through like a diplomatic route where I will not try slaying her at all, and we'll see where the game leads us. So right now we are on the Damsel.
You walk down the stairs and lock
Oh.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Hi, buddy. Come here. Come here. Good boy.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
I need a dog cab. Well, that's the thing is that's if he like wants to stay in here. He doesn't. Like he'll always be next to my mom, and he'll just come in here just either just to pop in really quick and then he'll leave, or he'll like growl and bark at me to give him like a treat or food. So right now he's just sitting right here. Well, not sitting, he's just standing here. Hi. What do you want? Sit. Yeah, you don't even listen about that. Just okay. You just be you.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Well, we can definitely still go down the explore route, because that is all new. So, you killed me last time, and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
I didn't say, stab me over and over, but I guess we couldn't.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Wait, what was that, Po Girl? I still think if you did videos of you reading bedtime stories on YouTube, they would be popular with the I need something to help me sleep audience. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be a thing to break out into YouTube and be my retirement plan is I'm going to be a professional story time reader on YouTube? There must be audiences for, or not, I'm saying there should be content creators that do that, right? I don't know. I guess I'll look into it, I guess. Or maybe I'll do that when I retire. You know, like I'm going to need, like, you know, because I like my job, you know, financial security. I want to build my career. That's, you know, my prerogative. God willing, you know, live a long life, and I'm still doing this maybe after all those years. maybe I can do that as I retire to keep me busy. I really would be a pharaoh by that time. Oh, you know, I totally forgot. It's been like a week or more than a week now. It's been 15 years on and off since I started YouTube and started putting up Let's Plays. So, yeah, that's definitely something. Pharaoh's gonna do it in his 70s. Maybe. I'd love if you guys would join me at that time too.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
I love it. She's like, oh yeah, you go ahead and cut it off.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
You're so glad you got a new phone. It's 512 gigs. The old one was 64. Man, yeah, like I'm on the cusp of thinking about getting a new phone. Typically, you know, I stick with like Androids. I want to say in a couple months is when the new ones will come out. So I may get a new one because, like, I think I don't know where. Maybe I'm on 64 gigs, and yeah, it gets eaten up really quick. So I might do 512 as well. Minimum 256. We'll see. Hey Pharaoh, we're in a basement, right? What's that behind the princess? You know, I don't think I've actually ever really thought about that. You know, like, because there's been multiple endings where, you know, the window is like higher up, as if we are in a basement, and then there's times where the windows are kind of like there, but also indicating like we're high above. You know, so, and like, I think we know, like, okay, the cabin, everything about it is like, it's not really logical. So here we are, you know. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh, well, that was very easy. That was a very logical explanation. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or another about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. Jesus. No, let's just go like, no, like, let's just, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Yay.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
I was gonna say, my take is, aside from, look, this is not normal spaces. Like, the cab's on top of a hill. Well, yeah, that was like, the game makes you think about so many things, right? The highest option. So maybe the window is just looking on the side of the hill, hobbit hole style. That I can kind of see. Ignore the lack of path trees, etc. I just like, this is not a normal space. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
She doesn't.
There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Alright, let's go ahead and rescue her.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Honestly, this is your least favorite princess. It's the very stereotypical damsel princess, you know, like compared to all the other unique ones we've had. This is very, very tame, unless something crazy happens. But yeah, it's normal so far.
I can't believe it, but I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Then I saw her face. All right, sorry.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
I mean, let's just be careful that we don't accidentally go lower and just have a whole mouthful of all that. Or do you? I don't know.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
I have an idea. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh god, this is gonna be one of those things like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up first. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Well, there must be something you want, right?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on?
Are her eyes turning more anime?
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Wait, hold on a damn minute. Did her whole thing just change? Ooh woo?
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Okay. Clearly something's happening here. I'm very scared. What do we just don't do it? I'm sorry, that first line, like, clearly something is happening, and I'm very scared. I mean, I would be too, just reading it out loud. It's like, huh? God, the music is kind of freaking me out, though. Okay, you have to want something more than just making me happy, right?
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
She turned into a manga. The Smitten is very much a simp, yes. Hell yeah, this is the 2D waifu that all true gamers aspire to. We need body pillows of this. No, don't take my damsel. Oh. You don't get a chance to ask her another question. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? And is that a...
So it's kind of the same thing we've seen before now. You'd love if one option was a hug. Yeah, I wonder if I should have tried doing something.
Don't do this.
I'm gonna ignore him.
This doesn't... Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. I don't think any of this is going to change. It's you. Yeah. You're alone in a place that's empty. It's quiet here. And this is what would they say? What did she call herself? Like some people call me like what the smoldering mold or something mold. I forgot the first word.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Mound, excuse me, shifting mound. Thank you, guys. Oh, I thought it was mold. But so I have that game. Oh God, what's it called? Like Home Express Operator, something. It's like a horror game where like you operate some like you're a customer service agent and like a paranormal agency, and like some things are normal, like oh you have black mold in your house, and other things like oh you have a troll that's stalking you. Yes, it just got DLC. Yeah, Home Safety Hotline. Thank you, Zagor. That's that. I don't know what the hell I said earlier, but yes, Home Safety Hotline. I was watching Dan's Gaming because he does his yearly horror month stuff, and like it's always a treat. And there was a meme because he wanted to see what happened if he got everything wrong, so he constantly would say black mold, black mold, black mold. So I guess that kind of got stuck with me. We never did these. Attack the entity, destroy body. Like I'm a little bit curious about that. Let's do a quick save. I'll overwrite it. What happens if we just attack it? Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
How about if I destroy myself? Well, I definitely heard something. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. Whoops. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Okay, so we already did all these. So what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How much left freaking? I think these are all the same.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. A pliable heart. Bring the deconstructed damsel. I love that's her name.
You're on a path.
Make us whole
in the
again,
woods,
Isaac.
And at the end
Still
of
gotta
that path is a...
It's right here. It's right here, and I still need to play it. I had so many plans for horror, like, for October, and I just never got around to it. Like, Little Nightmares 2 was supposed to be one of them, and whatever else. I mean, I can still do it anytime I want, but like, it was like, oh, you know, for the month, you know, would have been nice. But yeah.
Cabin. And in the basement.
So, okay, here's what I'm kind of curious now. Do. It's like getting the different endings. It looks like the same... I don't know how to put this. The same kind of thing will happen where the shifting mound is still going to require to grab various vessels, right? Now, I'm not sure how much it's going to change the actual ending, because I'm thinking, what happens if I just save at the very end of, you know, when I brought the last vessel, and I just kept picking different things, you know, do I have to go through the whole game again? But I know, like, there's various things here, like, you know, oh, leave with her, and both of us leave with her. Slay her. She's changing. You have to slay her now. Like, I guess I'm just kind of curious how it's all gonna come about, but we'll see. So I think, what time is it? It's almost 8. I do gotta eat in a little bit. Let's do one other thing. So, I kind of want to do the same thing. I still want to be kind of diplomatic. Did I get the Spectre yet? No, I haven't. Because I kind of forgot how to do so. Because I could have sworn... I thought I took the blade, I said hi, and then I thought like I just caught her off guard, and I feel like I can't do it again. Although... Hold on. So she shows up, but like, see how nothing actually appears? I wish they kind of told us how we got the... Oh, you know what? Hold on really quick, guys. Give me 1 second. Because I want to say the ones who actually provided the ones who provided the key for me for this, I think there's actually like a little bit of a guide or a little bit of like hints and tips that I can utilize to kind of move forward if I need to. I don't think I have the... Ugh. No, I don't have the document with me. Oh well, that's okay. What about Inspector Gadget? Boo, boo, I say. I mean, so like, it looks like I can't like always take the diplomatic route, right? That's how I'm gonna get different. That's how I'm gonna get different princesses, right? Different vessels. I need to sometimes try killing her or don't. So, for example, like here, if I enter the basement without anything,
Good. You're still listening to
let's see.
It would be better if you had a weapon. You walk down the stairs. I am begging.
Hi. Do you think...
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make... You make your way to the...
Okay, so instead of trying to... saving her, I can just slay her. That'll open up something new, right?
Without hesitation,
Ouch!
bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Fine.
Her back? It looks like I stabbed her upper boob, and like that's her around her heart.
The wound
never
drives
mind.
her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard! Were you lying to me this whole time?
Not really, but, whoops.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
She's being extremely feral right now.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Well, it's not like I have any other choice.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Which this could also go into various paths as well. Like, I said I wanted to be very diplomatic, but it looks like we're already kind of in here, so... hot, I mean, what? I guess we'll just finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Yeah, I know I could have still run and everything, but I'm kind of curious what's going to happen here regardless.
Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence, as the room starts to get fuzzy around you.
You know what I just thought of? Like, I probably should have tried resisting a little bit, then eventually slayed her. I'm sure that will maybe give me something too. I have a question. Do you actively want help getting to the spooky ghost girl? I thought I already... Oh, you mean the specter? Probably not tonight, because I'm gonna be heading off in a little bit anyway, so... maybe next time. We'll see what's what.
You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes...
Uh-oh. The witch? Wait, did we...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
I don't think we've gotten the witch before. That...
And in the basement
I
of that
feel like
cabin
that... Hold on. That sounds familiar. Well, I guess not. I don't know why I feel like I saw that. Like, oh, the witch. But I guess not.
You're here to sleep.
Let's just go.
Warn. She will lie.
Who's the
She will
voice going to be
cheat,
this time?
and she... Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
The opportunist. Okay.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nah,
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into.
I do not.
It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
No, we don't.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
But what happens if I want you to? She's very, sultry. All right. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
Ooh, okay.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I don't know, she's kind of mad about that.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
She has like a Vaporeon tail going on there. And looks like she desperately needs a pedicure. Is she like a bat? Well, I don't know, it's like, no, that's her skirt, I guess. Oh, whatever.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
You heard of suggestions elsewhere to various new voices could be you from the previous chapter. I guess that's actually pretty interesting.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Well, I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I get the sense that you're not exactly happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Well, we both died last time. Can't bygones be bygones?
You were the one who stabbed me in the back when I was still in chains. A dirty little thing like you doesn't get to decide when all is fair.
And, you know, it is literal. We literally did stab her in the back, so... Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work here. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Well, I didn't bring my blade down here, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Why do I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Or maybe she'll do both. Literally stab me in the back and, you know, whatever. She's much more dangerous and cunning than a razor. Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%. Well, here I go being stupid. Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Oh boy. You first, please.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Just go first.
Oh god, you're the one who said we can't leave her without me, which means I hold all the cards. Either you go first or we stay here, up to you. Now see, I don't know if I want to... now I feel like I'm being antagonistic here, but I kind of want to do it still.
The princess leans close, her nose twitching as she sniffs your neck inquisitorially.
Got a little booger there.
What is she doing?
I think she's trying to figure out if we're lying, so it's a good thing we didn't lie.
Your stink is the stink of a wretch, but not of a liar. If I have to go first, I'll go first. But I'll have you know my ears are sharp, and I've got eyes on the back of my head. They'll be watching.
Eyes on the back of her head? Does she really?
No, we're fine.
The princess pointedly turns her back on you and starts up the stairs. You follow close behind her, the two of you walking on tiptoes through the knotted roots of the basement stairs.
We're almost there. You better not try anything. I know you're thinking it.
Us? No, never. Just keep your eyes peeled when you get out of the basement, if you catch my drift. I don't follow. Oh, you'll know it when you see it. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and crosses over the threshold, turning back to smile at you.
Yeah, the thing is dangerously close to her.
But something catches her eye. Oh no.
And there it goes.
Oh no? It's the blade, isn't it? I was going to tell you to grab it once we got upstairs. That was the whole keep your eyes peeled thing, and then you would have stabbed her in the back and we would have been winners.
I wonder if perhaps you were planning to bury this in my back. What an awful little scheme that would be. Too bad I got here first, and I don't even need it. Bye-bye, you loathsome little nuisance.
Oh man, she's gonna lock me down there?
Then she slams the door on you. Its lock swiftly clicks into place. Locked in the basement, I thought for sure she was just going to stab us. The princess cackles from the other side of the door.
How does it feel to be locked away and forgotten by the world? Isn't it just awful?
Come on. Like, I helped you out. Still shot herself in the foot with that one. We'll try the door.
Try the door. It's locked.
Okay, fine. You got me. Very funny. Can you let me out now?
No, you're going to sit down there forever, languishing.
Please just let me out. I promise I won't be mad.
As if I could ever trust you after everything you've done to me. And after what I've done to you, you can't trust me either. Neither of us is ever getting out of here. It's in our nature to be trapped.
I thought you needed me to get out of here.
I do, but I just couldn't help myself. And we both know that you're already scheming about how to get back at me if I ever open this door. So we're going to stay exactly as we are right now, for as long as either of us lives.
So we just exchanged scenery, and instead of her being down here, now she's gonna be stuck like in the cabin area. That's it. Still crappy life.
You throw yourself against the door. It won't budge.
Okay, what happens now that I'm stuck here? Oh, we're gonna be in a long quiet.
Why isn't he saying anything? I think he's gone.
Oh, I didn't think I'd ever have to see you face to face again. Otherwise, I might have given you a little more courtesy at the top of the stairs. No hard feelings, I'm sure. Why is everything going away? I feel cold.
Memory
She's
returns.
And is that...
No, it's fine. Just approach the mirror. You've grown.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes.
I feel like she says the same thing, just with a different vessel. So, like, I don't think really anything here is changing in terms of text. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but we will meet again.
Bye-bye. And that has been A Righteous Heart. That is the witch.
You're on
Okay.
a path.
Shut up. And that is gonna do it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just do this here. The various descriptions and reflections feel to me like the stages of a decomposing corpse, which I think it is. Like, where's the memories? So it's like, here's us, the first one, and then it's like, okay, like, see how we're like bloated, and then like, ugh, and then skinny. So yeah, I think that's exactly what it's supposed to be. I wish we still had a better idea of like how we actually look, because it's like, I thought we were like a lizard man, werewolf, something, but maybe that will still be explained. So yeah, there you go. That was The Witch. And obviously, see here, so much here. Make a peace offering to someone you betrayed. Fight dirty. Like, I really could go out of my way to do all of this, but that's probably going to be a, like my own separate thing here. But now it's more so like, okay, man, there's so many more vessels. Holy crap. Now it makes me wonder, I'm like, okay, maybe I go back to the first one and like try resisting and then slay her. Maybe we'll get something different. And then I should keep track of what paths I went down, which ones I haven't, and then take it from there. But it's still fun, you know, just trying things out and experimenting, see where it takes you. But yeah, no, that is gonna be it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Next time we will keep doing things, trying our best to get the other endings if we can, and just figuring things out. I don't know the next time I'll stream. Tomorrow for us here in the States, it is election night. As I know I never delve into things like this because it's never a great thing, but you know, people are gonna get super pissed off. But you know, it is a very important time for us. You know, like every election is. If you're able to do so, I say it's to everyone's interest to vote. You know, like do your research. And a very simple thing: do your research. You know, like don't be blindsided by like everything, you know, like just out there. Just try having a rational mind about everything. That's the way I look at it. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be pretty busy. Wednesday, we are supposed to stream on Danny's stream, like more Mario Party. I don't know if I can even be available for that yet because I may have to work Wednesday night. So I'm assuming next time I'll stream is probably Friday. But I'll let you guys know if anything changes. So, all right. But that's going to be it for me today. Love you all so much, and stay tuned for more Slater Princess, hopefully this coming Friday. Have a great night, everybody.